Hey everybody, guess where we're at? We're at the Mecum auction here in Indianapolis, and we're on our way to Midwest Muscle, but we decided to come a day early and check out the cars. Come on in, let's check it out. One of the cool things about Mecum is it's just not a car auction. It's not just a, run cars through and bid on them and buy them, or they don't sell, whatever. Mecum's an experience. You show up and boy, your blood starts boiling and you get goosebumps because you hear the auctioneers doing their thing and you look at the quality of cars at this auction and you just want to buy every single one of them. I love a Mecum auction, because you can pretty much find anything that you want in the world. And as a kid, I grew up during the muscle car era. When I was 11, 12, 13, 14, they had Chargers, they had Super Bs like this, they had Camaros, Mustangs. I saw it all. And I lived in California, in Pomona, where the Winter Nationals were held. So we saw these cars all the time. And you check this out, man. You got a 1970 Dodge Super B, and you come all the way back to the trunk here. And these, you got a two-door. And then you look at the trunk, man, you could put 4 or 5 bodies back here back in the day if you had to. You have owners of these collections that and they're babies, and a collection is more than 1 car, 2 cars, 3 cars, or 4 cars. A collection is a lot. Bob McDorman was a Chevy dealer, and he collected cars, especially GM cars. He was a specialist at it. Unfortunately, Bob passed away, and his collection's up for auction, no reserve. That means every one of them is going to sell, and you just look at how meticulous these things were taken care of. Bob really loved his Chevrolets, and man, they're beautiful. And got somebody out there who's into the 50s is going to get a great deal. But Bob had all kinds of things, from Corvette pace cars to everything else, bubble tops, everything. So really was a great collector. And that's what happens when you're a collector, right? You never really want to sell them. You want to keep your collection together. But, sometimes you make it to the big almighty before your cars do. And, I'd like to think that Bob's smiling right now, knowing that these cars are going to go to somebody who's really going to appreciate them and make them live a little bit longer as well. Look at this 59, man. Look how long that is. Look at the fins. We saw that 1959 Impala with the fins on it. It was stunningly gorgeous. The paint was perfect, the interior was perfect, just like it was brand new. You look at this 59 Impala and all the design cues in it. If you look back at the 56s, they had a kind of a flat rear quarter panel and pretty big quarter panel this way. And it's kind of shrunk as you got into 57, and they had fins that went up like this. Now we're talking 59, right? And space travel was beginning to start, and the designers really got into some space age stuff. And look at how deep these fins are on the design of this car. It's just so cool. Look how long this car is. It's just a super long car. This trunk is absolutely huge. It's a 2-door convertible, but yet, you could put 6 doors on this if you wanted to. Well, you just look at the design and how flawless this paint is. The chrome on it is just stunning. The rear spare tire carrier in the back. You look at the piping is silver, chrome looking in the interior. I mean, this car is absolutely beautiful, and the attention to detail is unreal. Those cars were so cool back in the day, and that was somebody's pride and joy. I mean, in those days in 59, usually there was only 1 car in the family, and this was a 2-door convertible, and it was about, probably 37 feet long. Check it out. We got a 1974 Di Tommaso Pantera, and I graduated high school in 74, and I'll tell you what, if you had one of these, you were really rich and definitely could pick up all the chicks when you went to high school. But that really wasn't in the cards for many high school kids back in the day. But check check how sexy this car is. Awesome. It has a Ford 351 Windsor engine in it. It truly is a cool sports car. And this one's unrestored. And you know, back in the day, these things sold for a lot of money, man. They were like $10,000 in the early 70s. When they sold 10 grand, that was a lot of money. That's like over 100,000 today, easily. Maybe 200,000. But you know what? To buy a used one these days at this auction might go for 90. Low mileage, unrestored Pantera might go for 90, maybe 100. Who knows? Maybe even 80. You know, I'm a collector, and I have not purchased a car in a while. And I really didn't anticipate buying a car this year. Anything can happen with Showtime, you never know. But I really wasn't planning on it at all. I had looked at all the cars in the inventory, and you know, there was a lot of special things. But you know, when you start looking at things, you go, So we're looking at cars that are in line here, getting ready to go on stage and getting ready to be sold. You know, we got a '69 Camaro here. The restoration on it looks awesome. You know, it's really clean, brand new looking. Done a great job. It's got a Z28 302 engine in it, but it's period correct. It's date code correct. So that's telling me that it's not the original engine that came with the car. So, but hey, at least it's close. Date-wise, it's close, and it's right for this year car. So this is kind of what we're looking for. It's an X77, so that's a base model. D80, so it's got the spoiler package on it. Z28, so it's a pretty cool sample here. We happened to stumble upon that '69 Camaro that had four-wheel disc brakes on it, and it was on the invoice. And you know, you look at things like, here's the subtotal for the Sport Coupe. It's $2,700.74. And then you look at all the extra stuff that's on it, 26 bucks for tinted windows. But then you look at this $500.30 option. It's a little rubbed out here, but it says four-wheel power disc brakes. That's a JL8 option. And you can see there's a J here. It's rubbed out here a little bit, and because it's been glued to the window all this time. But you know, they don't even mention it in the advertisement for the car anywhere. It's a JL8 car. This car's worth a lot of dough, and I don't know if people really know that or not. No, you never know what you're going to find. Is it a diamond in the rough? Is it a JL8?
Sold $63,000.
Yeah. Thank you. Wow. We bid on it, and we ended up walking away with that car, so it's pretty exciting. This auction was absolutely the place to be, because the selection of quality cars was second to none anywhere. And I don't care where you go, where it be Gooding & Company, Barrett-Jackson, wherever. Mecum had the cars this year at Indianapolis. It was the place to be if you're buying cars.